Today, we're talking optic mounts for the Ruger MK series pistol. There's a lot of options out there, but at the end of this video, you'll have a good idea what the best options are for you. And it's pretty clear that there's some really good options out there, and there's some options that you should probably pass on. So first, we're going to look at the standard setup that comes with the Ruger. So the standard option most people think of when they think of an optic mount for their Ruger is going with a pick rail. So if you have a pick rail, that's great. If you have to purchase one, it's about 6 Abe Lincolns for that. So you're kind of getting pricey on that. By the time you add an adapter plate specific for your optic, it's another 4 Lincolns. So you're typically at about a Ulysses S. Grant in cost on that. So it's not really that cheap of an option if you have to purchase both options. It also requires specific adapter plates for it, so you don't have the versatility that you have on some other options. So each time that you switch optics, it's going to be about 4-ish Abe Lincolns. So not super expensive, but the cost adds up. There's other options out there that once you purchase the optic plate that you don't have to go that route. So there's several major drawbacks on adding the pick rail. That one, by the time you add the adapter plates and everything, it ends up being pretty close to what you'd spend on a premium adapter plate with multiple different optic options. 2, the height. So this is the highest option that you get for bore height, that you add about a 1/2 inch total to the bore height, which it kind of affects how easy it is to locate the dot when you bring the gun up. It also makes it so your point of impact is a little higher and it shifts with distances more. So ideally you'd be as low to the bore as you possibly can. And this option also has a third drawback, is that you've got 3 different plates basically. You got one plate here that could come loose with the pick rail. Then you add an adapter plate, another plate that can come loose, and you add your optic. So you add a lot more bolts in place that also have the ability to come loose and switch your point of impact. So it's not the most robust option. It's also the highest. So like I said, you add about, when you measure it here, you get 0.269. So like I said, when you get everything back together, your optic's setting almost a 1/2 inch higher than the top of the barrel. So it's definitely not the lowest profile option. Then when you want to switch optic foot patterns, that you would have to switch this plate out, and that's about $20. So there's lots of different patterns out there, and just be aware that I've been in this a long time, and optics kind of come and go on what you like and prefer, and you will be switching some of that over time. So for a long term, you probably want something that's multi-optic capable. Otherwise, you're going to just reinvest in that each time you switch optics. So that's my least preferred option. So the second option that's kind of popular is the Tandem Cross Shadow Mount. So this has multiple different optics that it can carry. It carries anything from like a Barris Fast Fire, an RMR, an RMSC, a Doctor, pretty much everything. This is a good option. The things that I dislike about it are that you got multiple different bolt holes that aren't labeled, so you don't know which goes to which, and you've got some different bolts for each one of them. Also, it's still kind of tall, but it's much shorter than our previous option, so it's about half the height of that. So it's 0.2 roughly on that. So it's still much lower than our previous option, and you eliminate one component that you don't have the optic plate adapter, so it's a little more robust on things coming loose. The next option that I think is a real winner is the GSC mount. So it's around the same price point, about a Ulysses S. Grant, maybe a friend tagging along like a Lincoln, but all similar price. This also has multiple different optics, and it's labeled. So right now it fits the RMR pattern. You can see the top 2 bolts. It does RMSC, Delta Point, Seymour, and it's also labeling that all the bolts are 632, so they're all common. They're all the beefy bolts, so you don't have to worry about them coming loose. And GSC actually form threads these threads instead of cut tapping. So form threading is like forging a crank, that basically they're not removing material, they're actually forming the material and making it more robust and rigid, whereas cut tapping removes material. So form threads are approximately 20 to 30% stronger than cut threads. So definitely a very good option, that you get stronger threads that are less likely to strip out and a bigger diameter. It's also extremely low profile. So if you look at it, the backside is concave. So if you look at one of their optics on, say, a Ruger, you can see it kind of forms around the gun and the barrel, and it kind of makes a nice profile. It also lowers it. So you'll see that these 2 bolts up here are actually higher, but the mount is sunk down, so that way they can get the lowest possible mount. So theirs is running about 62 thousandths over the bore or the top of the barrel. So if you measured this part, right, so you subtract that, you're going to measure the top of this because we're actually measuring from the top. Then we want to measure how thick it is in between here and here. So when you zero this from here to here, then you measure here, you get roughly 65, 62 thousandths. They're claiming 62 and a half. I believe they're measuring it's pretty close. So it is one of the lowest optic mounts you can get, and it is the lowest optic mount you can get that is multiple footprint patterns. So I think that's a plus over the single ones. Like I said, I've been in this game a long time, and typically there's optics that are switching in and out and one's hot, one's not. You want to try something different. With this one, you have that option. If you lose the bolts, you know what size they are, and it's a common 632 thread. Again, it's form threaded, so it should be stronger than the cut thread versions out there. So that's a super good version. Like I said, it looks good on the mounts. I've ran it a bunch, and like it fits the contour of the gun. It looks good. It ejects fine. I don't have any issues with that. And I'm running the vector optics on this one. So this is my budget build that we tried to build a budget race gun that we're running a vector optics. So check them out. I've got a link in the description. You can save some money on that. And I've got some videos coming out comparing those. So if you want to build a budget gun, check that video build series out. If you want a premium race gun build with a low center optic, check out GSC. I'll have some links in the description on that. And really everybody's trying to go to the ideal thing. So this is a Volquartsen product that the nice thing about this is you eliminate even the optic plate, but this is an expensive option. I said Volquartsen makes very, very good products, but they charge a very good price. So the upper alone is about $500. So not a cheap option. And you've got your multiple footprints, so you can pretty much put anything on this in different positions. What I did find out was that this is actually 90 thousandths higher than the GSC mount. So when you measure, what I did was I just took a measurement here to here and I zeroed it. So that represents how far it is from the base of the gun to get kind of a comparison. Then I compared it to just kind of the GSC mount, which when you break it down, that the GSC mount is approximately 80 thousandths lower. So in summary, if you already got a pick rail, you might get away with 20 bucks, but you're going to get an optic that's a lot higher with more bolts in between that could come loose. Honestly, you're not going to be happy with it. That's why everybody wants a low profile mount. So when you look at low profile mounts, in my opinion, there's really only one choice at this point, that you can go with a multi-optic low profile mount from GSC. It's 62 thousandths above the barrel, which is much lower than the Tandem Cross. It's got roll threads, so the threads aren't going to strip as easy. It's also got 632 threads, which are bigger than most of the Tandem Cross stuff. They're labeled well. I just jumped to that one. That seems to be about the best bang for the buck at roughly 50 bones. It's a little bit more than the Tandem Cross, about $5 to $10 more, but you get a lot more with that. And if you really got a bank account and you want like a premium gun, yeah, you can jump up to the Volquartsen Mamba X. I said, this is a great option. Honestly, at $500, you're just getting the upper. You don't have the optic. The optic's another $200 to $300. Their bolt, it's a very good bolt, but that's about $300. So you're going to be about $1,000 in this. And you know, gas is up, food's up. Not everybody has that kind of coin. And what you're really getting with that is you're getting a really cool look, really good accuracy. If you're just shooting for fun, still challenge and not bullseye, this isn't needed. It's kind of a flex. It's cool to make good stuff. I can't knock them. I like what I got. But if you want a budget build, or you just want to go out there and shoot and be competitive, I'm just as fast with this build as I am with the Mamba X. So and actually on some of the short stages, I'm faster because it's shorter. So you can get premium performance and grandmaster times and still challenge with not a lot of money and just a couple key selected components. So that's why I'm recommending the GSC if you're just starting out.